Why, hello there! My name is Kenji Dick.
And I'm Claudia and Kenji.
And welcome to Wittenberg Radio. It is episode 105, and it is Tuesday, October 17th, 2017. Claudia, if you were a character in The Simpsons, what character would you be?
It's a great question. I think I would be... Oh, that's hard. I think I'd like to be all of them for like one day. And then see. I've always wanted to be... I think I'm most like Lisa, which is dumb. Because she's like, you know, she's that character that you need to,
right.
you know.
Right. I guess I could see that.
Yeah, I've like always been like good at school kind of and into political things and kind of a keener, I guess. But also not. I don't know. Not really. That's beside the point. I've also wanted to... I would love to be like Selma.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, or even just, I don't know, all of them. It's hard to choose.
Actually, I find that you're thinking, when you say Selma, you're referring to like Marge's like twin sisters, right? So you're like a raspy voice and like always smoking. Yeah, always smoking. And like really limited understanding of what is going on in the world. Yeah. I think I'd be one of the sisters. Okay. I like that. You just need to find someone else to be your sister then, like, right? Like, I guess so. To be the twin sisters. Yeah. Who would that be? I don't know. Probably like Nadia or something. It's just... I like this. Okay. Is that an adequate answer? No, I have no clue. I have no clue. Or I'd be like the comic book guy. He's also awesome. Oh, Sideshow Bob. Hey, yeah, I like that. You'd have to be committed to kill somebody then if you were Sideshow Bob. Oh no, I would just as a character. Right. Not real life. Oh wow, if I had to be one of them in real life, I would definitely be Lisa. Yeah. She's the only one that's like competent. No, I'm sounding really dumb. It's really mean and... No, it sounds, sounds harsh. Justified. And now in a very awkward transition, let's look at upcoming events. There's some exciting events coming up this week. Walking the Talk, a peace-building and safer neighborhoods conversation, happening at 7 p.m. in the Marpeck Commons. It'll just be a community discussion conversation time, which should be pretty interesting. There's also an open house for CMU from 10 to 3 on Saturday. So you can come and see what CMU has to offer if you don't already know. That's right. Yeah, that's on Friday. I said Saturday. It's on Friday. On Sunday, October 22nd, there is a Reformation 500 concert happening in the gym here at 3 p.m. The Mennonite Community Orchestra is playing, and there will be other musical guests. It's a celebration of 500 years since the beginning of the Reformation. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's huge. Yeah. That's important stuff. There's also some sports games happening. Sports, woohoo. Friday night basketball games at the gym here on campus, the Lone Athletic Center. Women play at 6, men at 8 against Dakota College. So go check that out. It's real close. You can just walk on over. And soccer games Saturday and Sunday. So go to those as well. They're also close on Waverly at the Ralph Cantafio complex. And as per usual, I'm here to announce the next entry in our classic film series. This Thursday, October 19th, we'll be showing Easter Parade, a 1948 musical film starring Julie Garland, Fred Astaire, and Peter Lawford. It's going to be taking place, again, this Thursday, October 19th at 8:30 p.m., but not at Marpeck Commons. Only for this week, due to the fact that there's other events happening on Marpeck, we'll be moving the screening to B126 on North Campus. But just for this week. Afterwards, we'll resume to our usual location at Marpeck Commons. So again, Easter Parade, 1948 musical film, playing at B126 room in North Campus, Thursday, October 19th at 8:30 p.m. Hope to see you there. Later on in the show, we'll be talking with Nadine Plourde. She is working with Hand in Hand with Haiti. It's an organization that she'll talk all about. But they're hosting a fundraiser this weekend
on Sunday at CMU. It's a run for the cause, so you can sign up to register and run, or just donate. But either way, look it up at their website. You just Google Hand in Hand with Haiti, Run 2017, and it will show up. So that is pretty exciting. It starts at 6:30 in the morning, but you can join in later. There's different legs of the race, and you can join in there. So please do look that up. Today on the show, we get to talk to Nadine Plourde. She is a first year at CMU, taking general studies, but she has something very exciting to talk to us about, an organization. Is it an organization? Maybe, sure. That her parents are part of, and she is also called Hand in Hand with Haiti. They're setting up a run to raise some money coming up soon, and she's here to talk about that today. So welcome here, Nadine. Oh, sorry. Okay, can I redo that? Welcome here, Nadine.
Hello. Thanks.
Hello. Welcome here. I just said that. Cool. So, first of all, for those of us who have no clue what Hand in Hand with Haiti is, can you just give us a general, what is Hand in Hand with Haiti and what do they do?
Yeah, so Hand in Hand with Haiti is my family's charitable organization that is, it's joined with MS Canada, which stands for Education, Medical Aid and Service, big NGO, and we're just one of the many teams that go. Our team does go to Haiti, and what it is it's a medical mission. And so my dad and my mom are team leaders, and my dad takes down a team of doctors, nurses, students, medical students, nursing students, sometimes teachers, and sometimes high school students, to go and run a clinic and to go and help the school community and just general community that we have a relationship there with. He started going when he was a medical student, made some really strong friendships there that have developed into new friendships and have lasted through the decades. And so, yeah, we've been going for quite a few years now, and he brings a team down every year, and I've been 3 times and I'm planning on going again this year. Need to work that out with my school schedule to make sure I can, but yeah.
So how many times have you been before?
So yeah, I've been 3 times. 2 of them were on a medical mission. One of them was more of a vacation, which sounds weird to say you're going on a vacation to the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, but it was the December after the earthquake, so I think 11 months, so very soon after that tragedy, and we went and celebrated Christmas. That was the first time I had gone, actually, and so went then, and then I went again in 2012 on a medical team, and in 2015, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so when you say medical aid, what does that mean? What sort of services do you provide for the people there?
Yeah, for sure. So my dad, like I said, is a doctor, and we bring nurses and doctors, also dentists occasionally, and we bring down what are called PTPs, which are physician travel packs, and so they're just a bunch of different medications that are, to us, pretty standard, but to a lot of people down there, they don't even get multivitamins or Tylenol. And so we bring down those and also a couple slightly more complex meds, and we just run a clinic and try to get through as many people as possible while still giving appropriate care to everyone. And so there's triage, which I've worked in, and so that's taking temperatures, pulses, weighing babies, which is the fun part. And then they go and see a doctor for a few minutes, 10 or so. That's the part where I'm not involved, shockingly. And then they go to the pharmacy, which I've also worked at and kind of run on occasion, bring their prescription, and we give them instructions for that. And so we do that, and then a couple smaller projects on the side as well.
Cool. Are there, I assume there are clinics there, and some sort of healthcare that people could access. Why do you come from Canada to do that?
There's really not a ton of healthcare available there. Like, there's the government and general infrastructure of the country is not great. It has been in the past a very corrupt government, and there's still corruption everywhere. Like, when we send massive pallets of stuff, like we've sent medication, or like I don't know what else we've had to send, but it'll get stopped in airport security because they want to bribe, and a lot of the time we just have to like pay that because that's just how it works, kind of thing. And so yeah, we also as well, we're a long-term mission but short-term trip, and so we only go for a couple weeks, but we've done building projects. We built a couple school buildings and a big like multi-purpose facility that's like church, gathering center, hurricane shelter, earthquake shelter, all of those things kind of combined into one. And so we do this, and we also work with local Haitian doctors. My dad just got I don't know exactly what it's called, but he's like an associate professor at a medical university in Haiti now, and so we are able to kind of cross-train with their medical students. And so we're working towards developing their healthcare system while also acknowledging the fact that they don't have a lot to begin with.
Why Haiti?
'Cause it was, I'm pretty sure, as far as I know, the only place my dad could afford to go. When he was a medical student, there were 3 different trips offered, and I think it was Haiti was the one he could afford. My dad is a tropical medicine, infectious disease specialist now, and so that's what like he wanted to
do.
He wanted to study this like tropical medicine, but the other places were either, I don't know if they just weren't something that he was able to do. So Haiti was the option that he had and that he took, and so he went and got paired up with a translator who actually then became our contact later on and was one of the big leaders in the community. That's the community that we still work with today.
And is this, so can you tell me a little bit about, sorry, what was it, EMIS? EMIS?
Yeah.
What does that stand for again?
Education, Medical Aid, and Service.
Okay, and this is a large organization. This is like a partnership with them, or
Yeah, so EMIS Canada has a lot of teams that are under them, and so I don't know a lot of the teams. I know that there's, I think, a team that goes to Cuba. There's a few teams that go to China. They go all around the world, and it's kind of like these mini charity groups like ours that are just a team with a leader that goes consistently. Some of them are very specific projects. Like I think there's some just dental teams that go. Some of them are more broad, and some of them are just like general healthcare. But yeah, it's a kind of parent organization that we partner with, are under. I don't know the exact term.
Yeah, no,
that
that's
I'd go with, but
sufficient. It is religiously motivated though, right? Yes.
Yeah, so EMIS used to stand for Evangelical Medical Aid Society, but wanted to be open to partnering with anyone, as I understand it, and so kept the name, but changed what it stood for so that it did better reflect that it is like our primary goal is helping people. We are also a Christian organization, but if we don't need to be preaching the gospel through words, but through actions.
Cool. That's fascinating. So I guess that's kind of the background of this. In your own experience, how has this affected you?
It's given me a very different perspective than I think a lot of people on just my life in general. Like I said, the first time I went was within a year of the earthquake. There had been almost no rebuilding at that point, like very minimal, so it still looked quite similar, and it was the first time I had seen like not Western country in real life, and it was quite shocking. There's something that people experience called culture shock, which you need to be there for longer than I was to experience, but what you can experience is reverse culture shock, and so that's when you get home. And I definitely got that getting home and just being like, I have drinkable water, and I just kind of, that's just something that I'm used to, whereas we had to like pump our water through these like massive filtration systems just to be able to drink it, and all of these just kind of small things that I still take for granted a lot of the time. I find that Haiti has helped me just kind of reset my brain and say, no, okay, I am privileged. Like, I have this privilege and should do something with it. And so that's kind of, I think, what has brought me back. There's also the community that we go to. Like, I say that I'm privileged, but that's very materialistically. I find that the community that we've gone to, their faith is stronger than mine will ever be. There was a service that we went to, and they speak Haitian Creole, which I don't really speak. I can say like 2 sentences, but it is kind of similar to French, and so I can communicate using French. But there was a church service, and there was someone who was praying, and she was in tears. People in the audience were in tears, or in the congregation, and I couldn't understand what she was saying. And so afterwards, or maybe during, kind of asked my dad, like, who does speak Creole decently well. I was like, what were they talking about? And he was like, oh, they were praying for the poor. I'm like, sorry, what? And it's like, these people are, in mine and your eyes, quite poor. A lot of them don't live in a building. They make like maybe $1 a day kind of thing. It's like, they're not in a great situation. But they weren't praying for themselves. They were praying for the poor in Haiti that were not only materialistically poor, but also just like didn't have faith and were just like destitute and just couldn't have a life. And they were in tears over it. They were just so broken over the fact that there was someone out there who didn't have the love and faith that they did, which I was just like, all right, well, they're like better people than I will ever be, but I can try. So yeah, it's also just shown me how amazing people can be.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, and so you're planning a run.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, for sure. So my mom is the vice president of the Manitoba Runners Association. She is not a runner, but got asked to do this because she does well on boards and works really well with NGOs and has a lot of experience there. And so they've come up with this, I say they, my mom really came up with this event called Run for Your Cause. We used to do a run just for Haiti, but now trying to kind of expand that. And she just wanted it to be more accessible for smaller charities and for people who may not really know the best way to fundraise to come and actually be able to have an event and kind of advertise their cause, but also in a positive way that they're not kind of breaking the bank over. Because it used to be that people who wanted to do a run would come to the Manitoba Runners Association, and the MRA would just give them some equipment. A lot of the time they would kind of break even, and it didn't really work out because they were just a small cause. And so now the MRA is doing this cause that we have. We have a few causes in it, and Hand in Hand with Haiti is one of them, along with Manitoba Pioneer Camp, which is somewhere that I work. Winnipeg General Strike, which is the ultimate team that my brother's on. Who else is there? There is the Hemophilia Society, Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, Earth Dog Terrier Rescue, and Canadian Mennonite University.
Oh, look at that.
So,
We're being fundraised for.
Unbelievable.
Thanks, Kenji. So this is a fundraiser because obviously all of these things really need a lot of money to support them.
Yeah, and so it's an event happening at CMU.
Okay.
And so different, some of them are technically not charitable organizations. Like my brother's Ultimate Team is not a charitable organization, so you can't get a tax deductible receipt if you donate to them. But the point was to bring in groups and things that build community, and so that kind of fell under that.
So when is this taking place?
So this is taking place on. Let me make sure I have this correct. Sunday, October 22nd.
So that's the Sunday after next at CMU. When does it start?
Yeah. So it starts. Well, there's a couple different start times. It's in the morning, and so if you're wanting to register in person, let me just look through all of these papers that my mom gave me. Well, you can register beforehand up until like the day before, and so it looks like it starts at there's stuff starting at like 7:30, but the actual running itself starts there are 4 different events, and so the longest event, which is a 10K, starts at 8 a.m. and then each event starts half an hour consecutively after that. So there's 4 different events. There's a 10K, there's what's called the Awesome Twosome, which is a paired event, so you and a partner run in opposite directions, and you each get your own individual time, but then rankings are such that your time is combined and your ages are combined, just to kind of put you in a category. And then there's the Try 3.3, which is if you just want to try out running, so it's a bit shorter. And then the Happy Feet Dash, which is a 400-meter run. Mm-hmm. So kind of geared towards, I don't know, wee ones or anybody who just wants to run like a tiny bit.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Nadine, for coming on the show today to promote your fundraiser and to talk about what you're doing with Hand in Hand with Haiti and your family. That's very exciting stuff, and I'm glad that we had you on to talk about this. This is something that not very many people know about, or I knew very little about coming in. So it's great to have you here, and thank you for sharing.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Claudia.
Yeah?
Have you noticed some weird knocking / like scratching with the closet door?
Closet door?
Yeah.
Oh, the one over there.
Yeah, the one over here.
Yeah. Actually, now that you mention it,
Yeah.
totally.
I don't know what it is. I mean, I just checked in there just yesterday. I didn't see anything in there. It's just a bunch of supplies. But I don't know. I've just been hearing this weird scratching. You think it's mice?
Could be mice.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of
I don't know.
gross.
It's like...
Have you seen any poop?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen any feces or anything like that. I don't know. It's a bit strange. Maybe...
You should talk to housing.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's
I'll
take care of that.
Yeah.
That's
I'll get...
gross.
Maybe they'll put up some mouse traps and that should be fine. Okay.
All right.
And now it's time for one of the coolest segments on the show, Music Pick of the Week. And yours truly is picking your music pick of the week. This week, I'm picking Urban Vacations After the Flood. Urban Vacation is a local Winnipeg band who hires local Winnipeg artists to make their music videos. And I just saw a music video for their recent track, After the Flood. It's created by a very fantastic filmmaker named Ryan Steele. And he films this music video with a 60mm camera, which has a very nostalgic and melancholy feel to the whole song as a whole. But of course, you won't be seeing that because this is audio, so why should you be listening to this? Well, this song is very melancholic and very calm and very relaxing, which is something that I really love about it. But it's also very interesting emotionally as well. Notice that the song is called After the Flood. I think that there's a heavy implication here that this is kind of a reflection on something that has happened in the past that may not particularly been great on this particular person who is singing in this song. And you can kind of feel that throughout the whole tone as the song goes on. Especially the visuals in the music video greatly communicate this as well. So here is Urban Vacations After Flood. Let's give it a listen.
Protected that man Cain. And this man Cain, a race came from him, and if you follow the story, that even one that was in his line committed a murder. And he went back and he says, well, if Cain got by with it, why cannot I get by with it?
All I'm supposed to be sitting, observing his week of debauchery. I'm in the bathtub with gallons of vacancy. I'm in the bathtub that swallowed my empathy. I'm all alone as he drew. All I'm allowed to be sits at a table with glasses of vacancy poured from the box. Glasses of vacancy poured
This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only
facts
a
that
test.
we've already lost.
What do you think of blood was a judge of God. Now, after the flood, God says the blood was a judge of God. Now, after the flood, God says the blood was a judge of God. Now, after the flood, God says the blood was a judge of God. Now, after the flood,
Lies a dead bird. And on the streaker, lie your dead words.
Thank you for listening to Wittenberg Radio. Thank you also to Nadine for coming on the show and talking about Hand in Hand with Haiti. And do go check out all these events that we've talked about. They should be pretty fun.
It should be a blasting good time. My name is Kenji Dick.
And I'm Claudia Dewey.
And we'll see you next week.
Wittenberg Radio is a production of CMU Student Council.
The views and opinions expressed by hosts and guests